Hello, this is the tradesight Forex roadmap for the week beginning on Monday, the 21st of January, which is a holiday in the U.S., through Friday the 25th. Technically, we open on Sundays for Forex. This is the Forex roadmap for the week. Dollar index daily chart and sight here on your screen. You can see the long trend line from the last 8 or 9 months that we've been watching. This will be key. Turned up a little bit on Friday and away from that line, so it's not really a threat of breaking in the next day or two. We're in the middle of nowhere from a support resistance level, exactly where we've been since September basically, and we're nowhere on a seeker or Comer count at the current point. So none of that to worry about, just a straightforward look at the dollar index right here. Now, let's talk about what we're going to get this week. Again, we have Monday as a U.S. bank holiday. We will have Forex levels on Sunday. There will be no calls, and then we will resume levels and calls on Monday going into Tuesday. I'm going to scroll you through the economic data that's due out this week, and I'll say in advance that none of our big three from the U.S. perspective, which is the CPI, the trade balance, or the non-farm payroll data, none of them are due this week. We also do not have a Fed meeting. So there's nothing in the U.S. that's going to slow us down in terms of having to lower our size. Here's a first look, though, at what we've got. Sunday, UK right move HPI. Again, Sunday, that's the only data. These are all Eastern time. We've got the European German PPI. Got a bank holiday in the U.S. on Monday that we already discussed. Wholesale sales out of Canada. We've got rate announcement out of the Bank of Japan Monday night going into Tuesday at some point in time. And then on Tuesday early in the morning, meetings in Europe, Bank of Japan's press conference about their rate announcement, zoo economic sentiment out of Europe and Germany at 5 a.m. Eastern time, 10-year bond auction out of the UK, retail sales out of Canada at 8:30 a.m., existing home sales out of the U.S. at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Speeches out of ECB presidents. We got the MI leading index out of Australia along with their CPI Tuesday evening. China's got the CB leading index data. Then Japan, Bank of Japan monthly report, midnight Eastern time on going into Wednesday. We got the unemployment rate out of the UK at 4:30 a.m. that morning. The HPI out of the U.S. here. Bank of Canada's got their rate announcement 10 a.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. Crude oil inventory is not a big deal. That might even get moved to Thursday due to the holiday on Monday. Japan's trade balance, China's HSBC flash manufacturing PMI, credit card spending out of New Zealand, not a big deal. All of the flash and manufacturing and services PMI data out of Europe's various countries, including the broad European one and their current account. Retail sales out of Italy, that's at 4 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday. CBI realized sales out of the UK after that. We've got the usual initial and continuing jobless claims out of the US at 8:30 a.m. on Thursday. Manufacturing PMI data half an hour later from here, and then the natural gas data as well. Japan's got their various CPI data at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. Very little on Friday, although you do get preliminary GDP for Q4 out of the UK, and there's CPI out of Canada, and then new home sales out of the US. That is it for the week. There really is no major data. The two rate announcements are out of Japan and Canada. That doesn't have a lot of impact on us. We're past options expiration here in the U.S. We are still floating through earnings season. So in terms of Forex trading, the dollar index really isn't any place where we're particularly focused right now. We do have some indicators that the yen-based pairs, the euro yen and the pound yen, might be topping out. We'll be keeping an eye on that, and we'll resume calls and levels Monday. But again, no calls Sunday night going into the U.S. holiday on Monday.